no damage. You have a lot of control on the side with Roadhog and the Mei, as well as the area denial of that Torbjorn ult, the new Torbjorn ult. So it can be quite a difficult composition to deal with, especially if you are playing this 3-3 composition that relies on getting on top of people and running at them. So if you can't do that, it's pretty difficult to work around.
No tags coming through there for D-Field, nothing of substance anyway, but Adam gets caught off, and that really does feel like the start of Nepal. I wonder if that's a bit of a metaphor as to what we'll be seeing more in the future. Another hook on through, this one onto Quads, a good bubble coming there from Signed is going to keep him fairly healthy.
Yeah, Quad's losing that barrier, and that Mei wall was massive from Quad J. Another hook combo, pulls Yuki around, Goobs finishes him off, the old alley-oop, and losing Adam early there is a bit of a disaster. Adam has to wake up a little bit. There's a few times he's been caught sleeping.
Man, these are really perfect combos between Passo and Wuvo, the Halt and the hook.
Yeah, the first one it shouldn't have been a one though. I mean, as soon as that Halt comes up, Quad should be up there with his shield looking to deny that hook, but he's caught napping as well, I guess, and he gets hooked. Ends up wasting about 1200
the rotation just
shield,
got even worse because Quad J then puts the wall up. Maybe not going to be the case this time. Ult goes through, doesn't connect onto anything of substance, and this is where it gets a bit scary now
this
for
Mei ult
Athletico.
already up. Could be the thing on the side of Athletico to really stop this push.
Yeah.
It's a very early Mei ult, in fact.
I don't know that Order would be necessarily expecting that, but Order are going to try and slow things down a little bit. Does not connect again, but here is the Blizzard. It's too late! Already a couple of picks have come across for Order, and the shield is up. No one's going down.
The Order managing to... Oh, Adam gets out of DMAC again, but they're already on top of this Orisa, so she could go down. Quats misses the pin, and they've left this Supercharger alive, so Wuvo with this whole hog is going to be doing a lot of damage.
Now, how long can it take the respawns to come back for Athletico? That's going to be the key. Quats just gets a little bit over-eager. He was in there on his own up against multiple Athletico players. That might be the turning point in the fight that they needed. Nano Boost comes across onto Wuvo to keep him alive. Into the ice block goes Quad J, and away from the point, surely Order has to run. They've lost Quads, it means their front line is gone. Wuvo's low, and now Molten Core on the point.
Doing a lot of damage here to the side of Order. They've had to use that sound barrier, but they've got nothing out of it. The grab misses! The Diva Bomb misses! This is a disaster for Order!
Wuvo's got the pick as well onto Adam as he tries to get back into the mech. One more shot here from Goobs. Can't quite connect onto Under. That definitely would have turned it around, but still, I think it doesn't matter. Quats is stuck between a wall, between a rock and a hard place, and Wuvo is that hard place.
The style ult comes out as well from Wuvo. Probably didn't need that whole hog, but, you know, just finishes the fight with it.
You just need the whole hog to make sure you get the play of the game.
Oh, it does look cool, though, that ultimate. It feels good to use, too. So Order really fluffing their big ults there. They needed those two to break this thing, and now a minute left on the clock. They probably won't get another Diva Bomb. The Graviton Surge could come up, though.
They still have a pretty good chance here because the only defensive ult that is here for Athletico right now is that Blizzard. We saw that didn't actually do a whole lot against Order. It came down a little bit too late from Quad J, looking to see it thrown out earlier this time.
And here comes the Shatter. Up.
Shatter's down, as you say. Quad J's on the floor. They know he's got the Blizzard. Focus him down. That should be the point now for Order. Surely Athletico cannot come back from this one.
Yeah, there was just no way to stop Order running at them with that rally. They needed to use that Mei wall combination and come off, but they didn't. So now they got ran out, and oh no, this is going to be a bit of a disaster. They're swapping to the 3-3. They're keeping the Mei though, so I like that, but they're really going to have their work cut out for them now versus Order on this 3-3 composition.
Especially on this phase of the map where it doesn't really feel like you can make that kind of impact really as much with the Mei.
No, but luckily enough, they all got the same spawn, so no split spawns. They'll be able to contest pretty early. Passo might get the... Yep, he does get the nano boost.
Yeah, the Blizzard does go down. I'm not able to eat that one, so it'll be the end of Quads.
And this is perfect for the side of Athletico. If they want to win a fight, this is where you want to win it. That cart will roll back. They've got these choke points. They can use the Mei to cut the team in half on the side of Order. It's going to be quite difficult for Order to get in here, actually. If this is played right, they could hold here.
Now that said, Signed is coming up on the Graviton Surge, and a self-destruct is available for Adam shortly as well. So if self-destruct goes over the arch here or through the doors, it's really going to split Athletico out. Might not be able to make too much use of the Mei walls at that point.
I think Athletico's given a bit too much room here. This Graviton Surge is going to come up, and there's not much to block it. No Diva to eat it. This is going to be a bit rough. It does catch the shield, so not the biggest value, but they are just going to take the loss. Big kills from Yuki coming in. That's 3 from Yuki, 2 from Hunter, and a clean fight on the side of Order. They managed to build a lot of ultimates there too now. They're at 5.
And they really denied a bit of ult charge there for Athletico as well. Like, that fight did not last for long. It was gone straight away, and Athletico, you know, See, Paso may be coming up on the Earth Shatter, but realistically, there's not a whole lot to actually win this fight for Athletico. Not to mention, they still have to challenge high ground.
Yeah,
they don't have anyone to do that.
This is going to be
no
incredibly
debuff.
difficult on the side of Athletico to win. They need to go fast, maybe get a lucky Earth Shatter to deny some of these odds. But Yuki from the top ropes with the rally, he's looking to set up Quats' Shatter. Doesn't come out, he gets knocked back. Quats ends up shattering Wuvo, but...
Good shadow from Paso. Sound barrier down straight away though from Unta, which was not available there for Athletico. Now Goobs has trans, but he actually elects to leave it. Either he went down or decided not to use it. I think in that situation you probably decide not to use it. Fight seemed like it was already lost for Athletico. You want to keep it through for this next defense. But I think this phase C of the map is actually where you might see it get a little bit more difficult again for Order, because those enclosed spaces, you've got the May again for Athletico with Blizzard coming up shortly.
Yeah, it looks like Athletico are going to try and take the fight here. They got split spawn, but it looks like they are managing to stay together with the rally. They're going to be able to press forward and take a very early fight here. That's good for them. It means they might be able to get 3 fights off if they lose this one.
Yeah, and only 2 minutes on the clock here for Order. That's not a huge amount of time into phase C, even despite the fact that they have to go up against a May. Graviton Surge is out here from Wubo as well, and Quats goes low. Yuki the first to fall in this engagement. Transcendence was through from Jordation, but just not able to keep Yuki alive, and well, the rest of Order is going to fall unless they get back into the safety of their spawn room. They're being chased and harassed on the way through.
Yeah, I think Yuki might have been cut line of sight by the cart there, unfortunately. Getting sucked into the boot of the car means that he goes down. No Transcendence healing for him.
We hang on to a few ults for Athletico there as well.
Yeah, they managed to hold on to a lot. And this May ult, if it goes through, it could cut a lot of aggression out on the side of Order. If they can get a good May ult, it becomes a shatter. And just a catch quad J too.
He's alive though.
Manages to live. And a big shatter on the side. Paso knocks down Yuki. He's so close. Can he get him down? No. A lot of ults come out for not a lot of value at the moment.
Yeah, another one there as well. With Self-Destruct not doing a whole lot. Blizzard, I guess you can add to that tally because no one from Order is caught in that. At least it's zoning them away. But I don't know what Order are going to have any troubles with from here. Perhaps the Graviton Surge, which has just come up from Wubo. Paso got Yuki in the meanwhile. And now they're all caught in the grab. But somehow Adam and Cyan find a killer piece. I don't know where on earth that came from. But it's a saving grace from Order. They'll be able to push on further forward here in phase C.
Yeah, you see the comfort of this 3-3 composition from Order. As soon as that grab comes out, everyone turns to focus Paso so he can't put damage in. He doesn't build up his another shatter and he goes down rapidly. That means no protection on the side of Athletico, leaving them open to get these kills. Wuvo goes down too fast. He doesn't get much damage into his own Graviton Surge, so that's why they're able to survive and really use their Graviton Surge, or use Athletico's Graviton Surge to their advantage.
Just one Earth Shatter for Athletico here in the final fight. Blizzard probably comes up as well, but Paso talks about that matchup with Quads, and it's huge. D-Field helping out, but is it enough? Transcendence is through from Jordation. It's keeping everyone on Order, healed up quite nicely. Adam stuck in the Blizzard. The Self-Destruct comes across anyway, so the Matrix will be back when that Diva is back in the mech. Wubo and Paso, though, putting the damage in. And
the support ults come out on the side of Athletico, and now they're time to run, time to chase Quads. Quads manages to live here. He gets cut off by the wall, and that'll be the end of him. Adam eats the Graviton Surge, but now he's out of mech. And Paso is an absolute monster in that last fight. He made so many nice little plays. First of all, he cuts the Transcendence healing off for Adam, so Adam goes down in the mech. Also lands that big Earth Shatter with D-Field. They didn't manage to catch too many kills off that, but it was very nice. D-Field dropping from the top, getting the stun onto Quads. Earth Shatter follows through. I think Cyan might have used an external bubble or a personal bubble to block most of the Shatter stuns, but very impressive from Paso there. Showed some good composure cutting off that Transcendence in that mid-fight situation. That can be very difficult to identify.
So an achievable goal now for Athletico. And we know that it's going to be a win or a loss. It's not like we go to an overtime here.
There's no draws here.
It's going to be a fast Hollywood, one way or another.
Yeah, it will be.
Does Order change things up here on this defense?
No, I don't think Order will at all. I think Athletico aren't confident enough to run that bunker comp on offense. You can do it. It is something that teams have been experimenting with, especially with snipers, but I don't think they'll be confident enough to do it. I think, okay, so they're just going to run the May variant of this 3-3 composition, it looks like. But Order won't mess around with anything silly. They've practiced, they trust their 3-3 composition, they know it's, their bread and butter, they know how to play it, so I don't think you're going to see them getting a bit silly with it.
Fair enough.
The clown shoes will stay in the cupboard for the side of Order. It will just be sensible boat shoes only.
If old Ben was here, this is where he'd be talking about his whiskey cabinet at home.
How does he afford a whiskey cabinet on a caster salary?
I don't know.
He's got some side gig. Must do.
Anyway, rotation onto Arna for the defense. That's really the only adaptation to the standard 3-3.
Yeah, and that's just a bit of insurance just in case Athletico do come out with something different. That Arna does work well better into DPS compositions and that bunker composition, so that's why he's picked that up.
Bit of damage being done here by Quad J with those right clicks to 17%. It's not huge, but this Mail can charge fairly quickly. Might well actually get it in this first fight if it keeps going like this.
Order are getting pressured out. They're not using the shield very effectively, and we're getting damage down a lot, but they've managed to stabilize here. Hunter puts on the heal aura, and the boys go back to full HP.
Oops. Oh, that was very close. He gets the headshot onto Jordation, but just not quite enough of them. Yuki goes low, however, and will be traded 1-for-1. Both Brigidas out of the picture. Now both Reinhardt out of the picture. Quad J's on the floor. Sleep from Jordation, but not going to be able to do a huge amount of damage there. He actually does fall. Put the wall up just a little bit too late, and that will have to signal the retreat for Athletico. What a strange fight.
Yeah, it was a bit. That wall came. They managed to get the freeze, like the left click freeze, onto Quatz's Reinhardt. Passo manages to charge him back, taking him out. And I thought from there the fight might have been in Athletico's favor, but Jordation hits that nice sleep onto Quad J, follows up with a nade, and gets the kill. That really turned it back for the side of Order. Yuki high jumps off the high rope. Oh no, he's found himself in an awful position. The team of Order have to collapse on top of him. Forces a fight in a position that's not exactly ideal for him.
Sound barrier goes down from Athletico early in that fight. Graviton Surge is out, which will mean Transcendence from Goops is invested. Shatter out from Passo does some work, and the Blizzard is there as well. Order, they just crumble under the pressure. All of that crowd control that Athletico is able to throw in is just way too much.
Yeah, they really fell to the crowd control there. Poor Quads, his shield broke, and it didn't look like he told Sign, because Sign kept running forward and ends up getting caught by that shatter. You don't like to see that. A bit of miscommunication there, maybe. Jordation swaps it onto the Zenyatta's. That's going to help with the damage side of things on Order. Athletico did have a little bit of a damage advantage, having that Discord orb from Zenyatta and then just the raw damage. And that's why you can see Quads' shield falling pretty quickly. Order are going to look to get very aggressive here, I think, with this rally and Earth Shadow. I think that's their play. Wow. Try and get the fight started, get an Earth Shadow, take someone out before they can get this Graviton Surge out.
Nice area of the map, though, to get a May wall in. The Graviton Surge goes through, but they're kind of held behind the wall here. Maybe a little bit safer than they would have otherwise been, but still Signed is going to drop. Quad's looking for that shatter, he'll get it! No, he won't! The shield came up just in time. Yuki got a shield bash through in there, I think, but timing was just a little bit off for Order, and well, you can see the results of that. Athletico are going to wipe that fight away. Maybe it was a bait from Passo. He turned around, it looked like he got...
Yeah, it looked like he didn't have the shield there, but...
He did.
He did. Poor Quats, I think he got knocked back in the shatter animation, extending the animation a little bit, which made it easier for Passo to block, but at the same time, Order, they're dry on ultimates. Athletico have a shatter and a Transcendence coming to the fight, and Wivo's taken out Signed as we see this picture-in-picture. That's... Oh, Signed must have got caught by a Maywall there, maybe just overextended a little bit.
Yeah, whatever the case, it's going to mean Order might have to give up point B here.
If they give it up, there's going to be a lot of time for Athletico to work with to push it through.
Shadow's available for Passo, and it is going to be the recontest from Order, but the wall is there. Where is the Shadow going to come? That is the next question. Well, maybe it's not even necessary. Sound barrier down. Graviton Surge comes out from the other side of things, but there's no hope here for Order. No hope at all. They had the health, but they just did not have the ability to survive on through. And unfortunately, a player disadvantage as well means that it's going to be another clean fight for Athletico. They're looking so good here on Hollywood. 4 minutes. 4
minutes to take this map, and you'd have to back him in for this one.
Yep.
They really did well there, negating the Order. Order split up very well, so the Mail and the Graviton Surge didn't really catch a lot, but they didn't have anything in response. They had the sound barrier, didn't manage to keep everybody alive though, so now Order have a small ultimate advantage, but they really need to win this fight. If they lose this fight, map's over.
Well, certainly, but they have a lot of ultimates to play with. Athletico trying to go early to negate that. They're counting the timers. Transcendence is out here from Jordation and from Goobs, so it's a bit of a stalemate at this point, and again, that is going to favour Order. Just some more time to build the Graviton Surge, build the self-destruct, Earthshatter goes down. That's from Passo. But I don't think it's going to be enough to turn this fight around. There was already too much damage done by Order. It's time to back away and reset. And that is as a result of the fact that Order didn't really have anything to defend point B. By the time their ults come up, well, Athletico used all of theirs on point B. So now we get into that situation where we sort of trade fights in a way.
Yeah, and Order really need to be aggressive here too. Is get the cart pushed back a lot so they can take 2 fights. They can take 1 fight here and then 1 right on the cap point. They don't have a lot of ults. They're going to have to try and use Quatz's ult here to get anything they can, but...
Well, Quatz has been standing up pretty nicely against Quatz, I gotta say. First time in Contenders up against Quatz, the season veteran. Champion multiple times as well. Pasco's doing a good job.
I don't know. It's all on Quatz here. All on Quatz and Yuki. If they can get the synergy, get that Bash Shadow, it's gonna have to save Order.
Oh, he got booped again, and I don't think he actually connected anyone with that Earth Shadow. Blizzard is through now.
Adam eats it.
Got eaten. Jay still trying to put some damage in here. It's Passo that's really doing a lot of it alongside Wuvo, pushing forward to deal with
Graviton
Yuki.
Surge. There's no Transcendence anymore. Adam eats that too! He's eaten both! The Mayult and the Zarya ult. He's really turning up here, saving the game for Order. Signed with this Graviton Surge is going to try and turn the fight, but this wall is just causing havoc.
Yeah, Adam, for all the heroics, he's going to end up dead, having to rely on his team. Passo with the Earth Shatter through, gets them on the floor, and this might well be possible now for Athletico. Just Quatz alive for Order on the point. Yuki trying to salvage as well. Jordation jumps in, but what he's going to do, he's on a Zenyatta. There's nothing he can do, and the wall comes up. That'll be Athletico to finish the map off. Hollywood goes their way, and once again, Athletico go through to another map with an advantage. We're now at 2-1, and they may well still win this series.
This is something special on a Sunday. Atletico really pulling out this May composition and making it work. QuadJ's been very good. He's been avoiding getting his ults eaten a lot. Unfortunately, that last fight, he did get it eaten. Adam, for all the heroics, as you said, he does everything he possibly can.
Gotta feel for
what
Adam,
more
man.
can he do? Yeah. But just let down by the side of his teammates, I guess. And wow, Order 2 maps down to Atletico. So now they're a map down. Yep. It's all going to come out to Rialto, a map that Order have history on, not good history on.
Well, I mean, at least they got that win over Darksided on Rialto, but that was, again, pretty streaky, wasn't it?
The Darksided won that.
Darksided won that.
Came in with a 4K Diva Bomb.
That's right, I'm thinking about the wrong way around. Yeah, okay, so that that changes the storyline even from what I was sending. But, jeez. Scary times.
What a situation we find ourselves in. The reigning champions in week 2 looking like they might drop a series.
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's credit to Athletico though. Like, I don't think it's necessarily Order playing poorly, you know. We're seeing clutch plays out from them. We're seeing them make this GOATS composition work, but Athletico, they come out with May, they're really kind of playing around their own win conditions. I think that is the key takeaway here. Atletico knows what they have to do. They know that they're not going to beat Order in a standard 3-3 matchup. They just know. So they're going to try something different, and they're making something different work. It's great to see. Yeah,
it's great to see a team not conforming to the meta. You know, this has been played so much in Overwatch League, this has been played so much in previous Contender season all around the world, but they know that's not their strength as a team, and they're really using this versatility to, you know, to their advantage. And again, these compositions are very hard to go up against. If it's first time you're seeing it, or you haven't played against it in a while, like, people haven't been playing May GOATS much, so it would be hard to find practice against. And Order don't look very practiced against it. They look a little hesitant to go in. I thought they could be taking fights faster, they could be more committed, but they don't look on the same page on the commitment.
Well, the thing with May is, like, it's the kind of hero that when you are going up against it and things are not going well, they really seem to, like, snowball, for lack of a better word, right? They seem to snowball. So, right, if May wins the first fight, she gets Blizzard up, she wins the second fight, then you're like, what do we even do here? Let's try and go fast, let's try and go slow, let's try and bait the May wall. But by then, QuadJ's kind of got in his groove, he's hitting sick walls, he's doing some work. Obviously, everyone else on Athletico's popping off as well. They're doing a great job as a unit, and I don't know what to say here for Order. I do feel as though for Rialto, I mean, how do you make May work on Rialto? I guess the first corner on that defense of point A is going to be pretty big here.
I think it's a similar story to Hollywood, where the first and the third point, you can make May work pretty well, but the second point, it's kind of difficult, especially because that high ground indoor piece really allows teams to navigate away from places where they'll be walled, and May not so great at dealing with high ground. We've seen them drop the Diva, so high ground could be the bane of their existence here.
Is this possible for Athletico?
Very, very possible for Athletico. Order will be a bit nervous now.
Yeah.
Haven't been in this position in a very long time.
Tilted? The type of team to tilt?
Yeah, maybe. But I think their coach RQT will be having words with them between maps. You know, he'll be settling them down. If Project's there, he'll be settling down too. Very experienced players. So I don't think the tilt will be too much of an issue. They are very experienced. And tilt doesn't really happen to veterans. Well, maybe it does.
Maybe it does. I
Maybe
think
it does.
probably does. Taking a little while now between map 3 and 4, you know, it feels like...
You know, they're stretching it out, you know, trying to stop the momentum of Athletico.
Tack pause.
Tack pause, yeah. It's a 5-minute bathroom break or something like that. Really reset your mental, but we find ourselves in a rare position going into Rialto.
Indeed. Well, if you had to put money on it here, Smash, is it tiebreaker or is it 3-1?
It's tiebreaker for me. I think that surely it's, I don't want to say too good to be true, but too good to be true for Atletico.
It does feel like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like Order are going to snap into gear any second and just start dominating, but I'm waiting.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
it. Like, I've been waiting 3 maps. Okay, Paris, they won, but it wasn't like, it wasn't Order winning. Do you know what I mean?
No, it wasn't a domination. I mean, yeah, they figured out that first point defense and they played around the rotations really well.
But it's such a departure from what we expected out of this matchup, which was, if I can read what I've written on our notes here. In theory, this is a matchup that Order should pretty much steamroll. So expecting something in the realm of 4-0.
Well, we've been proven wrong, haven't we?
Pretty wrong today, haven't we? Yeah, it's definitely outside of the expectations, and like you say, we've been waiting for Order to really prove themselves this season, and it just hasn't come yet.
Yeah, they are entering the season a bit slower than I'd like.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter if you enter slow and finish strong. Quats may well not be doing a whole lot at the start of this map. He gets walled off again. We're talking about Quad J a lot today, but he's
putting in work.
He's not had the spotlight at all, really, in Overwatch Contenders until this season. Like, I don't feel like Quats has been sort of quote-unquote star player or like a big player in any of his rosters. But this season, you know, this is a major shift in the way I see him as a player.
Yeah, Quad J's been stuck on a few rough rosters, and Passo actually giving a little bit of a taunt there at the side of Quads and the side of Order. He's feeling himself right now. He's been playing very well, to be fair. So, you know, I like that, showing a bit of attitude.
Yeah, bit of personality. Let's get it. Passo the personable person. I don't know where I was going with that.
Passo the Punisher at the moment.
Yeah.
Putting Order to the sword.
Well, what's the ultimate situation like? Jordan does have trance, so does Goobs. Waiting for the wall to come out, and there it is. It's
watch D-Field here. He might go for the shatter.
So looking for the shatter, I think you're talking about.
They're really looking to set this up. The Graviton Surge catches Jordation on the wrong side of the tracks. Beat comes out from both sides. Quats' Earthshatter doesn't catch anything. That's been the story of this match so far, and it looks like Order are going to give up this first point.
Yep, it does indeed. They're going to need a bit of a how moment to turn this one around, and I just don't think that's coming.
Little Punky isn't anywhere to be seen.
No, certainly not. Well, that's a bit of a steamroll from Athletico.
Yeah, they've got a big time back. But
this is a head scratcher for Order.
Yeah, as I said before, this is the part of the map where it can really slow down for this Maygo's composition. Order can use the high ground really. Oh god, Adams.
Ooh.
Adams got not a parachute.
He's trying to get to the moon.
Yeah,
Didn't reach the speed that he needed to escape Earth's atmosphere, unfortunately.
I think he needs to rethink that one. But yeah, no, this is where the May composition can slow down a lot. This is where Order will look to hold. They get 2 good fights here. It is a rather long stage, and they can navigate this
properly. Good fights though. Like, look at the ultimates for Order here. There's really nothing there apart from self-destruct. Again, you could probably say similar for Athletico, but at least they have Transcendence and Earthshatter, both of which can be massively impactful in their own right.
Yeah, it looks rough for Order.
Well, Order are going to try and just delay this fight as long as possible so that they can get lots up, but I just don't see Athletico being able to give them that chance.
No. Bubbles come out. Passo goes with a big shutter, takes Quats down and Yuki, so there's going to be no peel, and they follow that up with the Graviton Surge, and it looks like Athletico are going to be able to win this fight, and honestly, it's so close that I don't think Order are going to get a recontest here.
No, they won't. There's absolutely no chance that they're going to get a recontest.
Order on the ropes, they really are. This is a position where May comes into her own again. Order not taking advantage of the high grounds, not getting enough contest on the cart, and Athletico going with 4 minutes and 49 seconds into this point.
I can't believe it.
They've still got the Mayold as well. This is really rough for the side of Order.
Yeah, what am I watching right now? Though, that said, phase C of the map on Rialto does get a bit sticky for the attackers. It's such a long run back from respawn. If they start losing fights, that's where it can snowball back in the favor of Order. So it's not over yet.
Order really need one of their stars to pop up. Sign throws in the Graviton Surge,
Nice
but
wall.
it is countered by the May wall.
Excellent wall. They didn't have Transcenders there, Athletico, at all, so that wall had to be big. The Shatter is blocked. Blizzard is through. Who gets caught in this one? Quats does. Jordation is there, but look at the damage that's going through from Athletico. It just does not matter at all if Transcendence is available. Athletico, Focus Fire, too strong.
Yeah, they managed to take that out, and they've still got good ultimates too. Another Graviton Surge coming out for Wuvo. Goobs has the Transcendence to deal with this the aggression that might come through on the side of Order with this Yuki rally. This is going to be tough.
Graviton Surge, Shatter.
This is a good point for May too. You can really cut the fight in half around these
Where's the
kills.
grab going to come? Is it going to be eaten by Adam again?
Adam really
is
needs to
eaten,
stand up here.
If it is eaten, it doesn't even matter. He's on the wrong side of the point. Quats is caught in it as well. Passo gets his counterpart. Shatter now available. There was no shield to block it. Hunter and Yuki on the floor. They're not finished off, but Jordation was. And now self-destruct coming through from Adam. It does get Passo. That's a big moment. Maybe enough to turn things around. With Signed also finding Quad J. It starts to feel as though Order can hold here on the final point. Graviton Surge comes through. And that'll be that. Athletico do wipe.
Oh, I think Athletico missed the golden chance there to take it out. They really needed to catch Signed and kill him in that Graviton Surge. You can't let him run around with 100 energy. They managed to cut the wall. The wall cut the Graviton in his half, made Quats poke himself out, made him vulnerable. They took him down, but they just didn't focus fire the right targets after that. They need to take out Signed. If he's on 100 energy running around after the Maze user cooldowns, it's going to be a very hard fight to win. As I said, Order's star player really needs to stand up here. Adam, Signed, Quats, the three big stars of Order really need to come into their own and, you know, put a stop to this.
Young Guns.
Yeah, the Young Guns indeed. But again, another Mayol, another Graviton Surge, the rally.
Just need to wait for these heals to come across for Athletico, and then they're going to pull the trigger. Order giving them ground. It's smart, I think. Just seconds may be the difference. Wall up, just a little bit too late from Quad J. Doesn't catch anyone off, but still, ultimates are here to work with for Athletico. Grab goes down from Wubo. Where are the kills, though, for Athletico? Transcendence keeping everyone on Order. But alive.
Adam into the Blizzard again.
Blizzard gets eaten. Quad J still trying to do the damage in here, but just not being able to find a whole lot. Wall there, and Ice Block invested. Quad J now a bit of a sitting duck, but he's still surviving. And this fight has lasted for a long time without a pick. Finally, Quads goes down. So, advantage Athletico. Graviton Surge back through, though, from Sign, and that should be more than enough to deal with the attackers. They cannot survive. No Transcendence, no sound barrier, nothing to keep Athletico alive through that grab.
Athletico investing their support ults early in the fight, looking to just close it out. Sign manages to live long enough to build that Graviton Surge up, and that's what turns it around. The unfortunate part from Athletico is that was it for them. They invested everything. They invested the Mayol, the Graviton Surge. They started the fight off with the rally, so it is rough. They'll probably get 2 more fights in here.
Can they catch Order here? No, they don't have anything really
not
to
managing
use.
to catch the backline. Quats does get caught though, manages to dodge the pin. Transcendence comes out from Jordan, and now Passo put in the position he doesn't really want to be in. Adam tucked in right behind him.
Nice Shatter.
Quats, yeah, he's going to clean this up with the Shatter. It's good to bail Quats out there.
Yeah.
Jordation uses the Transcendence.
Now, imagine if Athletico had the Earth Shatter there, right? Instead of them having to run in and deal with that wall, they could have come through that side angle, and it didn't look like Order were aware of their position. The Shatter goes down, that could have been the end of Order there, but not the case. 47 seconds. It's the last attempt now for Athletico.
And Order have done really well here. They've taken 4 minutes off the clock. It's quite hard, especially considering they were pushed all the way back into their spawn at one point. They're doing well. Athletico coming to clear this high ground. You don't want any high ground when you're playing the May. You want your team, or the enemy team, to be on the floor.
Blizzard is there, so is Earth Shatter. The tools are available, literally everything really that you could want right now. Rally is the only ultimate that Athletico aren't going to be able to use in this fight, unless it lasts for a long time.
And Wubo's going on the flank. He's looking to catch one out. No, he's going back to his team. A bit undecided.
You can see Hunter up on the walls as well, looking for a boo. Ball goes across, and here comes both the Graviton Surges. Again, Blizzard gets eaten. Transcendence is out on both sides as well. Shatter down from Quats. It'll collect Quad J, but no kill comes for it. Jordation falls. Signed as well. Design So the first one to drop for Athletico, but the fight is still favourable right now for Athletico. They need to find more picks quickly though, and they are. Quats and Yuki go down early. Trickle situation now for Order, but that might not be enough. It's just Hunter left alive, and we're going to push on through here for Athletico. Order going to try and buy as much time as possible, but realistically, it doesn't matter anymore at this point. We're into overtime, and you have to think there is no way that Order turns this fight around.
Surely not. Yuki coming back with the rally might try and find a support in the backline. He does, but they've peeled very well for him. QuadJ just marking him with that Mei. Hunter comes back. There is 3 people on the point, 4 now, but it looks like too tanky, too strong. Atletico should be able to finish this one up very easily.
Blizzard's out again.
Yeah, another Mei ult. Adam, unfortunately, not able to eat that one. He has eaten so many today. Just, yeah, I mean,
That's
good.
That's pretty good.
It's good from Atletico. They wouldn't be too pleased that they got held there for 5 minutes. I mean, it is pretty rough to get held in one position for 5 minutes anywhere in Overwatch, but they finished the map. That gives them a big win condition too. If all they need to do is hold the map.
Yep. We talk about their defenses having been pretty solid. You got to remember, like Hollywood, Order didn't finish that map. Athletico did, or more or less did.
Yeah, exactly. And Order are going to have to play a bit better. They looked a bit sharper towards the end of that map, but giving up the first 2 points like that was very soft the way they gave that up. So they'll be pretty disappointed in that.
That's right. That's where Athletico can find their sort of time bank advantages. Again, they're not going to get an advantage into the time bank if it does go there, but that's where like the splits are going to be different. So if Order goes slowly through point A, then there's more and more pressure mounting on them on point B and C, where they don't have that extra like 5 minutes into point C if they get there that Atletico did have.
Yeah, the insurance policy won't be there.
Going to just have the 3-3, but obviously the Mei 3-3 for Atletico.
Yeah, they're really banking on this. I guess Order haven't really shown that they can deal with it too well, so why not keep bringing it out? It is a little tricky composition. And it is very, very good on that 3rd point on the defense, because those spawns are so fast that Mei can come back, and we all know she's a really good stall hero. So
I kind of think she's going to be pretty decent on this first point as well. Like this corner, this first and second kind of corner that they have to go through for Order, that's prime targets for the Mei to make something happen.
Yeah,
Design. Let's see what.
Yeah, Hunter's up with him though. He knows this isn't his first rodeo. Hunter's not going to let that happen to his boys, I don't think. Design might come around for a second go, but
yeah, won't be able to get that opportunity by the looks of things. Wuvo is going to get forced off of the high ground, but falls into his team. The wall not really doing a whole lot there as the payload does break through it. A 1-for-1. Both the Zayas do go down. Mei on the point there. We're not going to have a whole lot of impact solo. So Order's done the hard work here. I felt like they were going to have a bit more difficulty getting past this corner in particular that Adam's at right now, but they might not even have to fight for that.
No, this corner is known as a very good corner for the defense to hold on. Interesting they try and take the fight in a bit of an awkward spot, honestly, to defend there. There's high ground all around, and as I've been mentioning all broadcast, Mei doesn't really want to deal with high ground.
No,
so
Yuki's being very sneaky.
Now we see sneaky shadow setup maybe.
Yep.
And they have no way of scouting this. No Diva means no high ground presence.
QuadJ's 99% on the Blizzard though, and this is going to be a nice spot for Blizzard to go down.
Oh, very nice. Especially if Order try and get aggressive here. He can get punished very easily.
Well, Yuki's back on the floor, so no shenanigans this time. Maywall there, shatters through. It only collects the design. Not really exactly what Quads was looking for. Passos was good, and Sign will be finished off. Jordation, even with the Transcendence, could not keep him alive. Now Graviton surged through from Wuvo. That one looks to have missed. Design dropping. The only player to fall for Athletico will be able to get back to the fight very quickly, being that he is Lucio. Blizzard is still available right now for QuadJ, so they have actually had a pretty economic fight there, Athletico.
Yeah, as soon as they lost Sign, it was pretty rough for Order to try and take that point. They needed a big shatter out of Quartz, it just didn't happen. Sign now back with the team. He'll get his Graviton Surge up pretty quick, and Goobs has used the Transcendence, but I think Goobs might even. No, Goobs isn't building that much ult charge. Design does have that Sound Barrier, and there's the Mei ult to stop the aggression though, so Athletico have a good chance to hold them here, and this is a very difficult point to attack. If you can get held here, as Order have in the past, it can be very difficult to take it.
Yeah, there's the wall up, Graviton through, but Wuvo drops early. Blizzard is in though, and that might be the turning point. Jordation does at least get his Transcendence across, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Yuki down, And Order still not really controlling this point. Let's make sure we don't get off it though. Athletico, that got mighty close. Quad J gets back on, but immediately on the floor. Passo with a good Earth Shatter, but really not enough to follow up from that one. Unter falling to D field. And still, Athletico, they hang on. It's not like they're cleanly winning these fights, but as long as they're not losing the fights, that's more than enough.
D field hitting that rally key means Order need to get out of dodge. They're just throwing haymaker after haymaker at each other. But again, the defensive spawn advantage on this point of Rialto is so heavy, and Order just can't get that.
Oh, what?
Yuki
He
knocks
got
Passo
pissed
off the map. That's beautiful from him. That's really what the side of Order need to break through this point, and they do. They take the fight win. Graviton Surge was committed by Weaver to try and turn it, but Yuki coming out with an absolutely monstrous play. That is something. Okay, yeah. Something unexpected, and this day has been full of surprises already.
All right, well, that was looking disastrous for Order, but now it's looking much better indeed. They'll catch Wubo. The stagger there for Athletico, so they won't be easily able to set up here into Phase B. Might only even get one defense.
Yeah, maybe, and the ults are stacked on the side of Order as well, so it's really, the ball is in their court at the moment. Athletico should be able to get 2 fights if they're quick, 1 if they're sloppy, and it looks like they're going to the high ground to push them off, which means that this card's going to get that extra bit of push. It's looking dangerous. Potts with this shatter, he'll want to use it as soon as he has it.
Wants to use it before Goobs gets that trance up, but oh, the wall! What an absolute champion, Quad J, he's done it again. Athletico, they're cheering. That is huge.
And they managed to punish the aggression too. Yuki looking for that Brig stun in to set up the Earth Shatter. As soon as that Brig went aggressive, Quad J identifies it, throws the wall up, Shatter goes straight into the wall, Yuki's off in an island on himself, and he just falls. They managed to turn the aggression onto Yuki and he goes down, so now we're in a sticky situation where Athletico have the supporters, they have the May ult, a minute 52 on the clock, that's 2 fights. This is the fight you want to win if you're Order. You don't want to be taking it too close to
This is the fight you want to win as Athletico, because this might be the game-winning fight. It'll put Order in that situation where they're fighting from the back foot. They've only got a little bit of time left. That's where mistake starts creeping into the gameplay. And you really have everything here as Athletico, don't you? Rally, it's not as big of an ultimate, but in the grand scheme of things, those 5 for Athletico should be enough to win the fight. Graviton Surge through, out on both sides by the looks of things. Which again also means Transcendence there as well. Blizzard doesn't get eaten this time. Self-destruct from Adam has no effect. And Passo waiting patiently for this Earth Shatter, looking for the moment to shut Order down. He's got a decent one, but can they follow up on it? Yuki will fall. Passo, though, traded back. And I'm not sure that that is good enough for Athletico. That 1-for-1 favors Order. Still, Athletico survive.
Athletico have a lot of sustain here with the Lucio and the May. They can drag it out forever, but I don't think they're going to be able to win this fight. Yuki with this rally might be able to turn and get the aggression that they need. They are just consolidating. It looks like they're resetting for a full 6v6. They should be able to track the ultimates and know that they might have a bit of an advantage.
Again, you got to remember.
Caught now in an awful position. He might get picked off before the Transcendence. Yes, he will. Quad J getting that wall. Also identifying he was on the high ground and pushing him. That's a disaster.
Quats is overextended here as well. It seems like Order's on 2 different pages. Quats wanted to go in, the rest wanted to back out, and that's going to cost them crucial seconds. We've got 20 on the clock now for Order to make something happen. And it's going to have to be something magical. It's going to have to be something dark-sided-esque. Hark your minds back to Season 2. That's what Order needs. This time they'll have to be on the giving end as opposed to the receiving end, but I just don't know how it's going to happen here. Maybe the grab from Sign, but Wubo gets his across first, and the wall is up. It's going to cause some big problems for Order. They're all sucked up in that Graviton Surge of Sign. Now an Earth Shatter down from Quads, and that might be enough. Passo's dead. D-Field's dead. Quad J, he won't last too much longer though. Goobs, what is Goobs doing? Jordation and Yuki are dead. Design has gotten Quads, and Quad J is on the side. This is actually happening.
This is happening. Adam only just gets back into his mech. Unter and Adam dancing around on the carpet. It's not going to be enough. The ball's going to come in, but I don't think he's going to get there. He'll get there just.
Ooh, well,
he's frozen straight away, but no, that's it. And Athletico have beaten Order in the 2nd week of Australian Contenders. They've come out and they've managed to knock over the reigning champions. A 3-1 result for Athletico. Who would have picked that? Certainly not me.
I can't believe it, man. Athletico 0-7 last season, and now they're 2-0 this season. Having beaten the reigning champions, I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I'm astounded.
An order team stacked with stars. You know, they've had great coaching. They've had great presence in the scene for such a long time. And they've just been knocked off by this brand new Athletico roster, throwing some curveballs at them, such as the Bunker, such as the May. Quad J, really, it's hard to call an MVP. I think Quad J and Paso played so very well this series. Quad J playing this May, he must have hundreds of hours of it in matchmaking or something, because every wall he's been nailing.
Yeah, there's time and time and time again he's not cancelled grabs, but like meant that they've not really been able to do a whole lot off the back of science grabs. He's blocked shatters with that. He's been able to find picks with the wall.
He showed some really good intelligent adjustment in his play too. Towards the end of this Rialto map, especially when they were on the defense, he was marking Adam's mech every time he wanted to Blizzard. It might have been better opportunities for him to Blizzard, but every time he was marking Adam's mech, making sure that it wouldn't get eaten. After having it eaten so many times in the previous maps, they really didn't want it to happen this map.
Yeah, definitely not. I am astounded. I kind of lost for words in a way, because this just throws the season into absolute disarray.
It makes the season incredibly interesting. It's gonna throw the results all out. I thought, okay, order come in today. They're going to be 2-0. They're going to be sitting at the top of the table. Ath will drop into the middle somewhere, and balance will be restored. But
Ath up 7-1 now, by the way, in terms of map score.
Scores.
So the only team that could kind of equalize or beat them is going to be Mind Freak, and they have to play Warriors tomorrow, which means at the end of this week, there's actually kind of a possibility. Well, I guess unless Warriors go 4-0 in that Mind Freak match.
Yeah. Athletico might be up the top of the table by themselves.
Again. Yeah, again.
And I'll tell you what, if Legacy beat Drop Bears in this next match, this is going to be Silly Sunday for sure.
Silly Sunday indeed. We might have to coin that term. It's been a bit silly already. Gee, I don't know. I mean, I've got a lot of thinking to do, I've got to take a break and do some
I got some angry phone calls probably in my pocket. But no, I'm interested to see what order do now.
Yep.
How do they bounce back for next week?
Yep.
How does this affect their mental? How does this affect their preparation? That's going to be the big question mark for me.
Certainly is. All right, we still have one more question to answer, and that is what is going to be today's Macca's play of the game.
Oh, there's so many highlight options, but it looks to be...
Well, this Macca's play of the game is Quats on Rialto.
Yeah, it was some really good Earth Shatters out of both Reinhardts, and Quats managed to get the best of Paso this time, but it felt like... Oh, wow, that is a nice Earth Shatter out of Little Quaddy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Manages to clean the fight up, and that was part of their monstrous hold that they had on that third point, and...
See, the thing is, I almost feel like Quad J's been robbed a little bit there, because you see the walls. The walls aren't like play of the game, if that makes sense. But the fact that if you make a montage of all those walls, like across the whole series, it was just so impactful. But anyway,
I think I might have to reach out to Quad J and ask how he prepared for this match, because every map he seemed to know exactly where he wanted to place those walls. On Rialto, not on Rialto, sorry, on Paris they were very good. On Hollywood they were very good. Like the one on the stairs on Hollywood,